Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I would like to give all honor and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bahakodash. Much respect to the true men out there on the highways and byways all across the four corners of the earth doing this work, truth and sincerity, peace and blessings, and salutation to the hopeful elect out there. Okay, you men, women, and children. All right. Once again, this is for the house of mourning, the house of faith. You know, if you are in those spirits, then this is not for you, okay? Because we mourning and we in the house of faith up over here in truth and sincerity, okay? Coming to you, Akim and Aquakium, with another quick 1, 2, 3 before plantation. As you can see, the title of this chapter, the Lord, Yahweh, a provider and a deliverer. Okay, this is going into the book of this going to the book of Psalms. 34 whole chapter is lit. Whole chapter. I just sat here and read through it, and it's just, as the title is self-explanatory. And I'm not gonna do too much rambling. I'm just gonna read, and it says Psalm 34:1, a song of David when he changed his behavior before Amalek, who drove him away, and he departed. I will bless Yahweh at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. Verse 2, it says, my soul shall make her boast in Yahweh. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. Oh, magnify Yahweh with me, and let us exalt his name together. As you can see, Israel, it's the keys of this book and the keys of the universe, the keys of this life. It's the name, okay? If you don't got the name, you still call on all the other names that's in this world that Yahweh created. Uh, then you just stumbling right now, because the Lord's true name is out here, and only He can make you get that name. So, reading on, it says, Slakia. Oh, reading on, it says, I'm just read back again. I'm reading NLT. It says, Psalm 34:2, I will boast only in the Lord. Because you can't boast about yourself. You get cut off quick. You can't boast about nothing that you do. You get cut off, and when you get cut off, I mean your pride go up, and then that's when the Lord bring your ass down, straight like that. It said, I will only boast only in Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. Let all who are helpless take heart. Come, let us tell of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua greatness. Let us exalt his name together. Come on now. Exalt, when you exalted something, you putting it up high. You putting it on the pedestal like this up here. On the top ladder. King David says, Psalm 34:4, I pray to the Lord Yahweh Shai, and he answered me. He freed me from all my fears. Those who look to him for help will be radiant with joy. No shadow of shame will darken their faces. Come on now. Like King David basically saying the Lord hear his prayers and he delivered him from all his fears, and that's the same thing we got. And you gotta have the name to get your prayers heard. People think they prayers getting heard just because they call it on Jeepers Creepers. Man, that's the world. That's the world, God. Everybody that's inside of this world that's not tapped out, that's not came out the matrix. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody around, left, right, up, down the street, they know Jesus and they know God, they know Christ, they know Buddha, they know Allah, but don't nobody know Yahweh though. It's gonna be a small number of people that know that name in this world, that's out of this world, you know. Okay, and it reads, reading on, and the ones that do know that name, like as you can see in verse 5, Israel, it said, those who look to him, who is him, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, for help will be radiant with joy. Like, like, oh Lord, like, when you pray and you ask things in your head sometimes, and the Lord just boom right there, like I got you. Sometimes you don't even have to even ask the question of what you want. The Lord already know your thoughts and emotions. He know how you coming. Like he know what you already basically he already understand what you trying to accomplish. He know what you need to be, keep going. And that's what the Lord do. Once you call on his name, and he come through. That's what the book telling us. That's why we gotta come back, Israel, and realize the power that we had with us. You know what I'm saying? That's why our enemies, the ones that we pay our water bill, light bill, and get our food from these grocery stores and all of that. Like, hey, they don't want you to know. They want you to stay low. They want you to come to them. They want you to call them God. That's why they finna try to put uh that goddamn Capri Sun. They're trying to give you that juice inside of you, so hey, they can make you their slave. And now we are only belong to the creator, Yahweh, and his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai. Okay, and that's why we have to come back and read these scrolls, you know what I'm saying, so we can truly get healing and truly come back into our power. And that's all. Once you come back to the power, can't nothing come before you, after you. Man, everything everything is off the table. What's impossible is possible to our power, Yahweh by Shema Shai. And that's what he want. The Lord want you to step out on faith so he can step out and show. Okay? And it reads, verse 5, NLT. It said, those who look to him for help will be radiant with joy. No shadow of shame. It says, no shadow of shame will darken their faces. In my desperation, I prayed, and the Lord listened. He saved me from all my troubles. And when it said, in my desperation, I prayed, and the Lord listened. He saved me from all my troubles. Like I told you, the Lord knows when you going through it mentally. Like if you desperate, if you sick, the Lord knows, and He sent comfort. Whether it's my plant medicine, whether it's brethren, whether it's for you aquathium, for you sisters, He'll send however the Lord may be, whatever His will want to be done. The Lord know exactly what to give you. Okay. And as it reads, He said, in my desperation, I prayed, and the Lord listened. He saved me from all my troubles. For the angel of the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Shai, is a guard A guard? What a guard do? A guard be right there like, no, what? Uh-uh. Nah. It ain't happening. And that's what the angels be doing. We don't, even though that we don't see it, that's what they doing. Helping you fight this battle. You crying, you praying to the Lord. Hey, the Lord got angels. Lord got, stand up. The Lord got real uh stand up guys, standing on all 10, as they say in this world, standing up on business. Angels standing up on business because that's what is basically, this what this is. You know, the Lord, it's a business, and in order to run a business, it's have to be a certain order. You know, that's why you have Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Uh, you had the man, woman, children. Hey, it's simple. It's just like that. Cause the angels, they work for us. They do what we ask, you know, to the Lord. You know, cause we're gonna get our glory back, and we're gonna be like angelic, Lord willing. We be these sincere men and women, you know. But as we can see what's going on clearly. You can see who ain't, and you can see who not because the door is closing. Okay. Oh, it's so beautiful outside. The sun coming up. It's healing right there. But anyway, reading on. Like I say, this whole chapter is good. Uh, and it's going back into verse 7. Salaki, it said, "For the angel of the Lord is a guard. He surrounds and defends all who fear him." Hey, the Lord knows if you truly fear. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, the only way if you truly fear the Lord, if you do his laws, statutes, and commandments. But faith is what's gonna get us, through. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell, that don't mean you just, just because we up on the grace period right now, you just play with your timing. Nah, the Lord's still looking, watching, trying to make sure, you know, and Salakia. And it says, verse 8, it said, "Taste and see that Yahweh is good. Oh, the joys of those who take refuge in him." And that word refuge just means trust. Okay? Like the ones that trust in the Lord, they be joyful. And other people might think that you're prideful. But no, you can see beyond the veil. You know what I'm saying? You can see beyond what the average person sees. And that's what make this relationship so beautiful. Cause like I said, hey, before, quick personal testimony, before I was calling on Yahweh by Shim Yahushai, before I was calling on Yahweh by Shim Yahushai, we wasn't seeing nothing, wasn't understanding nothing. It's like you was blind, you know, to certain things. And now since the name just been constantly pronounced, constantly in the mind, constantly, on the tongue, it's been so beautiful. At the same time, up and down, a righteous balance. And that's what the Lord is. The Lord is just he's a just balance. You know. He judges everything in righteous. Whether it may look good or whether it look bad to you, but it's a balance. Everything has to balance. Lord, a false balance is abomination. Okay? Alright. Verse 9. It says, "Fear Yahweh, you his godly people. For those who fear him will have all they need." Like I just said. When you fear him, it means you call on their name, and the Lord gonna see that you calling on the name. So that means, hey, you know, fear him is more than call on the name too. It's because you got Jakes that call on the name, but actually not, doing the work. And that's why I say, we have to do the best that we can on this side, because it's fucked up. And at the same time, we all got different likes. That's why the Lord created different diversities of gifts. And I'm gonna go get that precept. I wasn't trying to get too many, but that's what we got to do though. Precept over precept. Okay. Uh, I think that's in Corinthians or something. Okay, it's right here. It say 1 Corinthians 12:4. Now there are different. I mean, there are diversities, which mean different diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit. 1 Corinthians 12:9. It says, "To another faith by the same Spirit, to another the gifts of healing by the same Spirit." And I think it's right here. This is where it's at. So like, it's right here. It says, First Corinthians 12:27. Now ye are the body of Hamashiach, which means Christ in Hebrew, and members in particular. Okay? It says, and Yahweh have set some in the church first, apostles. And that's what we have today. We have our apostles. They've been on the street corners preaching for the last 30, almost 40 years. Going hard still every day, every week out on the highways. Okay? And as it reads, it says, secondarily, prophets. That's the young elders. There's walking in the same like-minded, energy as the apostles. Thirdly, teachers. Okay, that was gonna be like mainly like, you know, the believers that's walking in this thing, up under the prophets and the young elders. Okay, that was gonna be like the thirdly teachers are like the ones you know that's believing, that's building themselves up, you know, and they around other Akim, they teaching this knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Okay, and then look, check game. It says after that, miracles. Okay, you're gonna have people that's like miracle workers. The Lord just beautiful. He just have his way where he just shine his light on certain individuals. You know what I'm saying? They not gonna be apostles. They might not be prophets. They might not be teachers. They might be miracle workers. Going around still got that same spirit as the apostles and the young elders and the up and coming teachers. Okay, but it's all the same. Okay, and it said then gifts of healing. Okay, helps, governments, diversities of tongue. Okay, and that's what I'm saying right there. Going back into